light pierces the water, colors awaken on the reef. The coral reef. Life, movement, a world in constant change. Tiny fish hide. Shadows hunt among the corals. Every corner is a refuge, and also a trap. Beyond the reef, the open ocean breathes freely. The dolphin. Intelligence. Speed. A group hunter. Swimming in sync. Surrounding, striking with precision. In the ocean, survival is a game of cooperation and strategy. Welcome to Exploring the Ocean, the predators hidden in the depths of the ocean. Please give us a like and subscribe to the channel to motivate us to create more quality content. Don't forget to comment your thoughts about the video below and join the discussion. Let's get started. Beneath the crystal clear waters of a tropical coral reef, where sunlight pierces the surface in shimmering bands, the ocean appears as an immense living garden. Coral branches rise like small towers. Butterfly fish glide between rock crevices, and groups of tiny organisms sway gently with the current. In the midst of this dazzling world, a small creature moves slowly across a block of coral. Its body displays colors so intense it looks like a living jewel placed in the heart of the ocean. Known as the nudibranch, this is one of the strangest and most beautiful creatures of the underwater world. Although it measures only a few centimeters, it possesses a shape and coloration that can make any diver stop and stare. Its soft body is not protected by a hard shell like many other mollusks. Instead, it features delicate structures resembling petals or small coral branches growing along its back. Tones of blue, violet, yellow, and orange blend in complex patterns that look as if they were hand-painted. In nature, these intense colors are not just a display of beauty, but a warning to predators. This tiny creature is not easy prey. The nudibranch moves slowly over rocks and corals in search of small organisms like sponges and hydras. In its mouth, it has a special structure, a tongue-like organ covered with thousands of tiny teeth that allows it to efficiently scrape the tissues of its prey. But what is most astonishing about this animal is its defensive capability. Some species can absorb toxins from their prey and store them within their own bodies, effectively becoming chemically armed. Certain species are even capable of retaining the stinging cells of hydras and using them to defend themselves against enemies. An extraordinarily refined survival strategy in the competitive world of the coral reef. The life cycle of the nudibranch also presents very particular traits. Most species are hermaphrodites, meaning each individual possesses both male and female reproductive organs. This increases their chances of reproducing in an environment where finding a mate is not always easy. When the breeding season arrives, they lay fine ribbons of eggs coiled in spirals on the surface of rocks or coral. Within these delicate bands, hundreds of embryos develop, preparing for their first journey. Upon hatching, the larvae float in the current as part of the plankton before settling on the seabed and transforming into adults. Despite their small size, nudibranchs play an important role within the coral reef ecosystem. By controlling the population of sponges and other encrusting organisms, they help maintain the balance of the underwater habitat. Scientists often consider their presence a sign that the reef remains healthy and possesses high biodiversity. However, like many other marine creatures, nudibranchs face growing challenges. Climate change, ocean pollution, and the deterioration of coral reefs are altering the environment in which they live. As these coral gardens slowly disappear, creatures as small as these also risk losing their home. In the silence of the ocean, the tiny nudibranch continues its slow journey across a coral branch. Its colors glow under the light piercing the water, a reminder that the ocean's beauty lies not only in its giants. It also lies in those delicate creatures we easily overlook. Yet, scientists continue to ask fascinating questions. How can such a small being absorb and store toxins from its prey without harming itself? And if the ocean is capable of creating such strange biological mechanisms, how many other evolutionary secrets remain hidden beneath the coral reefs, still beyond true human understanding? In another corner of the ocean, where coral reefs give way to dark crevices and small caves on the seabed, another creature exists in silence in a completely different way. Beneath the deep blue waters, where sunlight is no more than a faint glow, a soft form slides slowly out of a rocky crevice. It is not strength or speed that allows it to survive, but its intelligence, adaptability, and extraordinary flexibility. This is the octopus, one of the most intelligent invertebrates in the ocean. The octopus's body is so soft and flexible that it seems to have no limits. Having no rigid skeleton, it can slide through tiny cracks barely larger than one of its eyes. Its 8 arms extend like living tentacles, each covered with hundreds of sensitive suckers. These are capable of perceiving taste, pressure, and the texture of the environment. Studies in neurobiology have shown that an octopus possesses around 500 million neurons, a number approaching that found in the brain of a small dog. Most surprisingly, more than 2/3 of those neurons are located in its arms, allowing each one to process information and react almost independently of the central brain. This results in a distributed nervous system, something truly rare in the animal kingdom. The octopus's skin is also an evolutionary marvel. In an instant, it can change color, pattern, and even texture to blend in with rocks, sand, or coral. This is possible thanks to pigment cells called chromatophores, along with other light-reflecting cell layers. When the nervous system activates them, the octopus's color can transform in fractions of a second. Because of this, it can disappear almost completely from the sight of both predators and prey. But what truly stands out is this creature's intelligence. In many experiments, octopuses have proven capable of learning to open jars to obtain food, remembering their way through simple mazes, and improving their problem-solving speed after several attempts. Some individuals have even been observed using shells or other objects as mobile shelters. These behaviors show that the octopus does not act solely on instinct, but can also learn and adapt from experience. In the wild, the octopus is a skilled and patient hunter. Instead of chasing its prey, it often employs an ambush strategy. When it detects a crab, shrimp, or small fish, it approaches slowly while its body blends into the surroundings. At precisely the right moment, its arms launch forward with startling speed and completely envelop the prey. Some species even use mildly toxic saliva to paralyze their prey before using their hard, bird-like beak to break through shells. The life of an octopus, however, is quite short compared to many other marine creatures. Most species live for only 1 to 2 years. When the breeding season arrives, the female seeks a safe cavity among the rocks to deposit thousands of tiny eggs. She then remains there, protecting them, constantly fanning water over them to provide oxygen. During this entire time, the mother hardly eats. And when the last hatchlings finally emerge and disperse into the ocean, her life cycle also comes to an end. Within the marine ecosystem, the octopus plays the role of an important intermediate predator. It controls the population of many crustaceans and small fish, while simultaneously becoming prey for sharks, large fish, and other marine animals. In this way, it occupies a fundamental position within the ocean's food chain. However, the environment in which it lives is also changing. Marine pollution, the degradation of coral reefs, and climate change are affecting many coastal ecosystems where it resides. Even so, its vast adaptability and rapid growth lead many scientists to believe that the octopus may be one of the best prepared species for the future. In the soft darkness of the seabed, an octopus slides slowly out of a rocky crevice. Its soft arms traverse the sand and in just a few seconds, its body color blends with the stone surrounding it. In the deep world of the ocean, the octopus is proof of another form of intelligence in nature, one where flexibility and problem-solving ability can become the key to survival. And it is precisely this strange intelligence that has led many scientists to ask even bigger questions about the evolution of the mind on Earth. Could intelligence develop along very different paths within nature? Could some marine creature eventually develop a completely different civilization? Some researchers have wondered if the origin of life, or certain great evolutionary leaps, might have been related to organic matter arriving from outside Earth. Hypotheses like these remain a matter of debate and do not yet have conclusive proof. But they remind us that the history of life on this planet still holds many unresolved mysteries. And while humans continue trying to find answers to those big questions, beneath the deep waters of the ocean, the octopus carries on with its life, a soft, intelligent creature full of mystery. In tropical waters where the ocean is so clear that sunlight reaches the seabed, an extraordinary world is built slowly over thousands of years. From a distance, massive limestone structures appear like ancient submerged cities. Corals rise to form irregular walls, complex arches, and colorful mazes where thousands of species find refuge. But the most surprising fact is that this entire gargantuan structure is built by tiny organisms, each barely the size of a pinhead. They are the corals, the silent architects of the ocean. Each coral structure is actually a colony made up of thousands of small organisms called polyps. These soft-bodied animals belong to the same group as jellyfish and sea anemones. Each polyp has a tubular body with tiny tentacles surrounding its mouth, ready to capture minute creatures floating by in the current. Within their tissue, there is also a remarkable symbiotic relationship with microalgae known as zooxanthellae. These tiny algae use sunlight to perform photosynthesis and produce energy that feeds the coral, while the coral provides them with shelter and nutrients. This delicate cooperation is the foundation of coral reefs, one of the most diverse ecosystems on the planet. Over years and centuries, coral polyps secrete a layer of hard limestone that surrounds their bodies. When one generation of polyps dies, the next grows over the same skeleton, layer after layer. Over time, this extremely slow process gives rise to gigantic reefs that can stretch for hundreds of kilometers. Some reefs are so large they can even be seen from space, such as Australia's Great Barrier Reef. These underwater cities are not simple stone structures. They are true centers of life. More than a quarter of all marine species are thought to depend on coral reefs at some stage of their life cycle. Small fish find refuge among coral branches. Crustaceans hide in their crevices, and larger predators patrol the reef's edges. Corals don't just create habitats, they also help maintain the balance of the entire marine ecosystem. However, these ancient architects of the ocean today face one of the greatest challenges in their history. When water temperatures rise, the symbiotic relationship between coral and algae breaks down. The algae are expelled from the coral tissue and the skeleton is left exposed, turning a pale white color. This phenomenon is known as coral bleaching. If this situation persists for too long, the polyps die, and living cities that took thousands of years to build can disappear in just a few decades. Even so, in many regions of the world, reefs continue to grow, adapt, and recover. Scientists are currently studying coral populations that seem to better resist high temperatures. There is hope that these resilient corals may help restore damaged ecosystems. Because when corals are healthy, an entire ocean of life is as well. Amidst the transparent waters, a small branch of coral continues to grow millimeter by millimeter each year, a change so slow it is almost invisible. But over the centuries, these tiny creatures will build gigantic reefs, where thousands of other species will find their home. In that silent patience, corals remind us that even the smallest organisms can create some of the greatest wonders. Among the bright branches of tropical coral reefs, where sunlight pierces the crystal clear water and draws glints on the seabed, a strange garden sways gently with the current. Anemone tentacles extend like blooming petals, swaying elegantly underwater. For many marine creatures, those tentacles are a deadly trap. They contain stinging cells capable of paralyzing prey in an instant. However, in the middle of that dangerous garden, a small creature swims freely among the tentacles without suffering any harm. This is the clownfish, one of the best-known inhabitants of the coral reef. The clownfish's body is small but very striking. Reaching a length of about 10 centimeters, its bright orange color is crossed by white bands bordered in black. This color contrast makes it easily recognizable in the middle of the coral world. Its round eyes constantly observe the environment, while its small fins beat gently to stay nestled among the anemone's tentacles. At first glance, it seems to live in a dangerous place, but it is actually one of the most famous symbiotic relationships in nature. The clownfish and the anemone maintain a relationship from which both benefit. A special layer of mucus on the clownfish's skin protects it from the venom of the anemone's tentacles, allowing it to live among them without harm. In exchange, the clownfish protects the anemone from certain fish that might feed on its tentacles, and also provides nutrients from food scraps and waste. Additionally, its presence attracts other small creatures that can become food for the anemone. This symbiotic relationship is a fascinating example of cooperation in nature. Regarding its diet, the clownfish is not a major predator. It feeds mainly on plankton, small algae, and food fragments floating in the water. It rarely strays far from its anemone, as those tentacles offer effective protection against predators. When danger appears, the clownfish quickly takes refuge among the tentacles and disappears from sight. The clownfish's life cycle also has a startling characteristic. Within each group living around an anemone, there is a clear hierarchy. The largest female dominates the group, followed by the breeding male and then the smaller individuals. Curiously, all clownfish are born as males. If the dominant female dies, the largest male gradually transforms into a female to maintain the group's reproduction. After mating, the male is usually responsible for guarding the eggs. He constantly fans them with his fins to provide oxygen until the tiny larvae finally hatch and begin their life in the open ocean. Within the reef ecosystem, the clownfish plays a small but important role. It contributes to maintaining the symbiotic relationship with anemones and is part of the reef's food chain. When they stray from the protection of their anemone, these fish can also become prey for larger predators. However, the clownfish faces new challenges. Rising ocean temperatures and coral bleaching are affecting its habitat. Additionally, in some regions, collection for the aquarium trade has put pressure on certain populations. Despite this, in many reefs, clownfish continue to swim among the undulating tentacles of anemones, like tiny orange sparks dancing in the underwater garden. In the complex world of the ocean, its relationship with the anemone reminds us that life is not sustained solely through competition, but also thanks to delicate alliances between species. It is precisely these alliances that make coral reefs one of the most extraordinary ecosystems on the planet. In the middle of the glowing labyrinth of a tropical coral reef, where coral branches curve like underwater gardens and sunlight forms golden glints through the water, a small group of fish moves gently through rocky crevices. They move slowly, but with a natural elegance, like colored leaves floating in the current. As they approach, the complex patterns of their bodies become visible. Bands of yellow, white, black, and orange intertwine to form delicate designs. These are butterfly fish, one of the most beautiful and elegant species in the reef world. Butterfly fish have a flat, almost rounded body that allows them to move easily through the narrow spaces of coral branches. Most measure between 10 and 20 centimeters in length, but their color combination makes them stand out against the underwater landscape. Many species feature a black spot near the tail that looks like a false eye, while the true eye remains hidden by a dark band across the head. This pattern confuses predators, making it difficult for them to determine the direction in which the fish intends to escape. Butterfly fish are closely linked to coral reefs. They spend much of their time swimming slowly among coral structures in search of food. With their long, narrow snouts, they can reach into small cracks to capture plankton, tiny worms or coral polyps. Some species depend almost entirely on live corals to survive, making them one of the most sensitive fish to ecosystem changes. Unlike many species that live in large schools, butterfly fish often appear in pairs. Two individuals swim together through the coral labyrinth, rarely separating. Scientists believe many species form pair bonds that can last for several years. Together, they defend a small territory where they find enough food and a safe place to reproduce. During the breeding season, pairs ascend to more open waters above the reef. The female releases her eggs into the current, while the male fertilizes them. The tiny eggs float with marine currents and become part of the plankton before the juveniles return to the reef. In the coral ecosystem, butterfly fish are considered important bioindicators. When reefs are healthy, these fish appear in abundance. But when corals degrade or suffer bleaching, their populations usually decline rapidly. Today, many coral reefs worldwide face threats such as climate change, pollution, and overexploitation. As these underwater gardens deteriorate, tiny artists like butterfly fish also lose their home. However, in reefs that are still healthy, they continue to swim among the colorful coral structures. In the transparent waters, a pair of butterfly fish slides between corals like two soft brushstrokes on the ocean's living canvas. In that peaceful scene, they remind us that the beauty of the sea lies not only in its grandeur, but also in the delicate details of life. Within the complex labyrinth of colors in the tropical reef, where sunlight intertwines between coral branches and schools of fish shine like fragments of a mirror, a creature of extraordinary beauty comes into view. It moves slowly and elegantly, as if floating through an underwater garden. Its body is decorated with intense tones of bright yellow, deep blue, and perfectly defined black lines. This is the angelfish, one of the most dazzling species in coral reefs. The angelfish has a tall and laterally compressed body, with long, soft fins that extend like fabric floating in the water. Depending on the species, it can measure between 10 and 40 centimeters in length. However, what really distinguishes it are the complex color patterns that adorn its body. Many species feature combinations of blue, yellow, orange, or white, arranged in symmetrical shapes that look like true works of art. Interestingly, juvenile angelfish often have completely different patterns than adults. The curved blue and white lines covering their bodies not only create a unique appearance, but also help them avoid direct competition with adults within the same territory. In their daily lives, angelfish spend much of their time exploring the reef for food. With their small, pointed mouths, they pick up organisms attached to coral surfaces, especially sponges, algae, and small invertebrates. Some species play an important role in controlling sponge growth, thereby contributing to the balance of the coral ecosystem. Although they are not aggressive predators, they must remain alert to larger fish that might attack them. The social life of angelfish is also interesting. Many species live in pairs or small groups within a defined territory. The male usually defends that territory against other individuals of the same species, ensuring sufficient resources and safe refuge. During the breeding season, pairs swim toward open waters above the reef to release their eggs. These float with the currents and become part of the plankton before developing into juveniles. Within the coral ecosystem, angelfish help maintain biodiversity by controlling the proliferation of certain organisms. Furthermore, their presence contributes to the visual richness and dynamism of the underwater landscape. However, like many other reef inhabitants, they also face the effects of changes in the ocean. Rising water temperatures and coral bleaching are altering their natural habitats. In some regions, capture for the ornamental fish trade has also put pressure on certain populations. Still, in healthy reefs, angelfish continue to swim among the coral structures. When light passes through the clear water, their colors shine like moving fragments of glass. In the fascinating world of the ocean, the angelfish becomes a symbol of the beauty and diversity of underwater life. When morning sunlight illuminates the shallow reefs of tropical seas, the ocean begins to wake up with the gentle movements of countless creatures. Among the coral labyrinth, a vividly colored fish appears, moving slowly between ancient coral formations. Its body reflects tones of turquoise blue, pink, purple, and yellow, like a living color palette of the ocean. As it approaches, a soft sound can be heard underwater, like scraping on stone. This is the parrotfish, one of the most unique species of the reef. The parrotfish gets its name from its peculiar mouth. Its teeth are fused together, forming a hard structure similar to a parrot's beak, allowing it to scrape algae and small organisms from the coral surface. Depending on the species, it can measure from a few decimeters to over a meter in length in the largest individuals. But what truly distinguishes it is its extraordinary coloration. Many feature combinations of blue, green, pink, and yellow that blend in complex patterns, making them some of the most colourful inhabitants of tropical oceans. During the day, parrotfish swim slowly through the reef in search of food. Using their strong beaks, they scrape small layers from the coral surface to consume the algae and microorganisms growing on it. In this process, they also crush fragments of the coral's calcareous skeleton. An adult parrotfish can produce hundreds of kilograms of sand every year. Most of that material is pulverized inside their digestive system and subsequently expelled as fine sand. Thanks to this apparently simple process, parrotfish play a fundamental role in the formation of many tropical beaches. The famous soft white sands of many Caribbean or Pacific islands originate largely from the activity of these fish over thousands of years. Furthermore, by feeding on algae, they prevent them from overgrowing and smothering the corals, allowing the reef to continue developing. The parrotfish's life cycle also presents fascinating characteristics. Many species can change sex throughout their lives. In a group of parrotfish, the largest individuals are usually dominant males. If that male disappears, an adult female can gradually transform into a male and assume group leadership. This phenomenon demonstrates the extraordinary adaptability of marine organisms to maintain the stability of their populations. During the night, when predators begin to move in the reef, some parrotfish use a startling strategy to protect themselves. They secrete a layer of mucus that envelops their body, forming a kind of transparent cocoon. This cocoon helps mask its scent and offers some protection while they rest among the corals. Within the coral ecosystem, the parrotfish is one of the most important species for reef health. Without their constant consumption of algae, corals could quickly become covered by marine vegetation, hindering their growth. Therefore, the presence of parrotfish is usually a sign of a healthy reef. However, in many regions of the world, these species face pressure due to overfishing and reef deterioration. When parrotfish populations decline, the balance of the ecosystem is also affected. For this reason, more and more scientists consider protecting parrotfish to be fundamental to preserving coral reefs and tropical beaches. Under the bright light of the reef, a parrotfish continues to slowly scrape the surface of an ancient coral, leaving behind tiny grains of sand. Over thousands of years, those grains will form the white beaches that humans admire. And in that silent process, the parrotfish continues to fulfill its role as one of the ocean's invisible builders. In the shallow waters near the coast, where sunlight reaches the seabed and fields of seagrass sway gently with the tides, a tiny creature clings silently to a plant stem. At first glance, it looks like a dry branch or a fragment of seaweed floating in the current. But on closer inspection, its unmistakable shape begins to reveal itself. A curved head reminiscent of a horse's. A long tail coiled like a spring, and a body covered by rigid bony plates. This is the seahorse, one of the most unique creatures in the ocean. Seahorses possess an appearance so particular they hardly resemble any other fish. They swim vertically with their heads pointing upward and advance by rapidly moving a small dorsal fin located on their back. However, they are not fast swimmers. Instead of traveling long distances, they use their prehensile tail to hold firmly to seagrass, soft corals, or other underwater structures, allowing them to remain stable against the current. Depending on the species, seahorses can measure from a few centimeters to nearly 30 centimeters in length. Their bony armor gives them an ancient look, as if they were creatures out of a mythological tale. Many species also have the ability to change color to blend in with their surroundings, adopting yellow tones from seagrass or brown and green colors similar to corals. This camouflage ability is fundamental for surviving in a world where their small size could easily make them prey. Seahorses are patient hunters. They remain almost motionless among marine plants while waiting for small planktonic creatures to pass by. When prey approaches, their elongated snout acts like a small suction pump that vacuums the animal in a fraction of a second. Their diet consists mainly of tiny crustaceans, larvae, and plankton. In the natural world, seahorses are famous for a very unusual biological trait. The male is the one who becomes pregnant. After the female deposits the eggs into a special pouch located on the male's abdomen, they are fertilized and develop within his body. During the gestation period, the male provides oxygen and nutrients to the embryos. When the moment of birth arrives, he contracts his body to expel dozens or even hundreds of tiny seahorses into the ocean. Within the coastal ecosystem, seahorses help control populations of small crustaceans and plankton. At the same time, they themselves become prey for larger fish. Their presence is often associated with areas where seagrass and reef ecosystems remain healthy. However, these habitats are declining in many regions. Coastal pollution, the destruction of seagrass beds, and unregulated fishing have led to the reduction of many seahorse populations. Additionally, in some parts of the world, they are also captured for traditional medicine or the aquarium trade. Still, in calm waters where seagrasses continue to grow, seahorses maintain their position, clinging to the delicate plant stems while they wait for the current to bring them food. With its strange shape and unique reproductive method, these creatures are a startling example of the creativity of evolution. and among the undulating fields of seagrass, this small warrior of the ocean continues its silent existence. In the warm waters of tropical reefs, where sunlight filters through coral branches forming golden rays, a creature of extraordinary appearance moves slowly through the underwater landscape. Its long fins extend like delicate fans, while its body is adorned with red, brown and white stripes running along its length. Sliding through the coral labyrinth, it looks like a figure from an underwater painting. But behind that beauty hides one of the reef's most formidable predators, the lionfish. The lionfish has a relatively small body, usually measuring between 30 and 40 centimeters in length. However, its large pectoral and dorsal fins give it a much more imposing appearance. The long spines running along its back contain potent venom, forming an effective defense system that deters most predators. Its striking red and white stripes don't just provide beauty, they also function as a warning to anyone who gets too close. Unlike many predators that actively chase their prey, the lionfish is a master of the ambush. It moves slowly, almost floating with the current, approaching small fish or shrimp without raising suspicion. When the prey is close enough, the lionfish spreads its fins to corner it and prevent its escape. In an instant, it opens its wide mouth, and the prey disappears. During the day, the lionfish usually remains hidden in rock crevices or under coral structures. When night falls and many small fish leave their refuges, it becomes more active. Its combination of camouflage, slow movements and broad fins makes it a very efficient hunter within the reef. The lionfish's reproductive cycle also contributes to its success. Females can release eggs many times a year, producing tens of thousands of tiny eggs that float in the water. These larvae travel with the currents before settling on new reefs. This high reproductive capacity allows the species to expand rapidly. In its natural range in the Indian and Pacific Oceans, the lionfish is part of the ecological balance. However, when it appears outside its original area, it can become an invasive species. In the Caribbean Sea and the Western Atlantic, where it lacks natural predators, its populations have grown rapidly and exert heavy pressure on small fish communities. Despite its venom and skill as a hunter, the lionfish remains part of the ocean's fascinating diversity. In the reefs where it naturally resides, its presence contributes to the ecosystem's balance. Beneath the blue sea light, its fins open like strange petals in the coral garden. In the vast world of the ocean, the lionfish reminds us of a frequent truth in nature. Beauty and danger often exist side by side. Far from the colourful coral labyrinths, the ocean opens into an immense and silent space. In the deep bluish waters, where sunlight gradually dissolves into an infinite blue, a gigantic silhouette slides gently through the water column. There is no noise or hurry, only slow and elegant movements, as if it were a bird flying in the blue sky. This is the manta ray, one of the ocean's largest and most graceful creatures. Manta rays have a broad, flattened body with enormous pectoral fins that extend like wings and can reach a span of up to 7 meters in adult individuals. When they swim, these massive fins move smoothly, creating the impression of a gigantic bird gliding underwater. On the front of their head, they have 2 curved lobes called cephalic fins, which usually remain rolled up like small horns. When they feed, these structures unfurl to direct plankton-rich water into their mouths. Despite their enormous size, manta rays are peaceful creatures. They do not hunt large prey. Instead, they feed mainly on plankton and small crustaceans floating in the ocean. While feeding, they swim slowly through nutrient-rich waters, opening their mouths to filter thousands of tiny organisms from the water. Occasionally, they perform elegant circular turns that further concentrate the plankton before continuing their slow underwater flight. Manta rays are also known for their intelligence and relatively complex social behavior. Various studies indicate they possess large brains in proportion to their bodies and can remember areas rich in food. In some parts of the ocean, they regularly visit so-called cleaning stations, where small fish swim around their bodies, feeding on parasites. During this process, the manta remains almost motionless in the water while the tiny cleaners perform their work. Their reproduction is much slower than that of many small fish. Females usually give birth to a single pup after a gestation that can exceed 1 year. The pup is born with a wingspan of over 1 meter and quickly begins its independent life in the ocean. This low reproductive rate makes their populations especially vulnerable to external threats. In the open ocean ecosystem, manta rays play an important role by consuming vast amounts of plankton. Their presence usually indicates nutrient-rich waters and healthy ecosystems. However, today they face various threats. In some regions, they are captured for their gill rakers and meat, while marine pollution and climate change can affect the availability of their food. For this reason, many organizations are currently working to protect these giants of the ocean. In the immensity of the sea, a manta ray continues to glide through the blue waters. Its enormous wings move slowly with silent elegance. moment, it looks like a giant bird flying beneath the ocean, reminding us that the sea is not just a place of struggle for survival, but also a world of extraordinary beauty and grace. On the high seas, where the ocean stretches without limits and currents transport countless tiny creatures through layers of water, a gigantic and strange figure emerges slowly near the surface. At first glance, it looks like a massive disc floating in the ocean. Unlike most fish, its body is not elongated but round and flattened, like a gigantic wheel. This is the ocean sunfish, also known as the mola mola, one of the heaviest bony fish in existence. The sunfish possesses a shape so singular that it is impossible to mistake it for any other marine creature. Its body is almost a large disc with an enormous dorsal fin and another anal fin rising like two sails. The traditional tail practically does not exist and has been replaced by a short, wide structure called a clavus. Adults can exceed 3 meters in length and reach up to 2 tons in weight, making the ocean sunfish one of the largest bony fish on the planet. Despite its colossal size, the ocean sunfish moves relatively slowly. It swims using its large fins, which beat rhythmically like the wings of a bird underwater. Sometimes it floats near the surface and tips onto its side, as if it were sunbathing. This behavior is believed to help it regulate its body temperature after diving into deep, cold waters. Its diet consists mainly of soft organisms like jellyfish, gelatinous plankton, and other floating animals. Although jellyfish contain few nutrients, the sunfish compensates for this disadvantage by consuming them in large quantities. Its small mouth has fused teeth forming a hard plate that allows it to crush its prey. The life of the sunfish also presents extraordinary characteristics. Females can produce more eggs than any other known vertebrate. A single individual can release more than 300 million eggs during a single reproduction. Newly born larvae measure only a few millimeters and have a completely different appearance from adults before gradually transforming into the characteristic rounded shape. In the open ocean ecosystem, the sunfish helps control jellyfish populations. When their numbers remain stable, they contribute to balancing this group of organisms. However, they can also become prey for large predators like sharks and orcas. Today, the sunfish faces several dangers. It frequently gets accidentally trapped in fishing nets or ingests floating plastic trash, especially bags that can be mistaken for jellyfish. Additionally, changes in the marine environment can also affect its food supply. Despite everything, in the vast ocean, the sunfish continues its slow journey. Sometimes its enormous silhouette appears near the surface, with its dorsal fin emerging like a small sail. With its strange shape and impressive size, this giant reminds us that the ocean still holds countless mysteries that we are only beginning to understand. Far from the colourful coral reefs and the coastal seagrass meadows, the ocean opens into a vast deep blue expanse. Long waves slide gently over the sea surface, reflecting sunlight in thousands of brilliant glints. Suddenly, the water breaks with a fast and powerful movement. An elegant body jumps out of the sea, spins slightly in the air, and dives back into the blue waters. Soon after, more silhouettes appear, moving together with almost perfect coordination. These are dolphins, creatures famous for their intelligence and agility in the marine world. Dolphins have long aerodynamic bodies, perfectly adapted for life in the water. Their smooth skin reduces resistance when swimming, while their powerful tail fin allows them to reach speeds exceeding 30 kilometers per hour. Many adult species measure between 2 and 4 meters in length and weigh several hundred kilograms. Within their rounded forehead lies an organ known as the melon, which allows them to produce and direct sound waves. Echolocation is one of the most extraordinary tools of dolphins. By emitting high-frequency sounds and listening to the echo that bounces off nearby objects, they can determine the position, size, and even shape of their prey in the water. This system allows them to hunt with great precision, even in dark or murky waters. Dolphins usually hunt in groups using complex cooperative strategies. A group can surround a school of fish and concentrate it into a compact mass before taking turns to attack. On some occasions, they also create bubble circles underwater to confuse prey and make them easier to capture. This level of cooperation demonstrates a high degree of communication and social organization. The social life of dolphins is one of the most fascinating among marine animals. They live in groups called pods, which can be formed by a few individuals or several dozen. Within these groups, they communicate constantly using whistles, clicks, and other sounds. Each dolphin can even have a unique whistle that acts as a kind of personal name for other individuals to recognize them. The reproductive cycle of dolphins is relatively slow. Females usually gestate for approximately 1 year before giving birth to a single calf. At birth, the small dolphin can already swim alongside its mother, but continues to depend on her care for many months, even years. During that time, other group members also help protect the calf, showing a highly cooperative social structure. Within the marine ecosystem, dolphins are predators situated at high levels of the food chain. By feeding on fish and squid, they help maintain the ocean's biological balance. Their presence also typically indicates that the marine ecosystem is in good condition. However, today they face numerous threats. Marine pollution, ship noise, and the risk of being trapped in fishing nets represent constant dangers for many dolphin populations. In an ocean increasingly active due to human presence, protecting their habitat has become a fundamental task. In the middle of the vast ocean, a group of dolphins continues swimming alongside the waves, occasionally leaping out of the water as if playing with the wind and light. Occasionally leaping out of the water as if playing with the wind and light, they seem in that brief instant to embody not only the spirit of the sea, but also intelligence, freedom, and the vitality of the ocean. Along the cold coasts of the Pacific Ocean, where deep, nutrient-rich currents rise from the seabed, there exists an extraordinary world that grows beneath the surface. When descending underwater in these regions, sunlight pierces the dark blue and illuminates long structures rising from the seabed to nearly reach the surface. Their long leaves sway with the current, creating the sensation of an ancient forest moving gently beneath the sea. These are kelp forests, one of the ocean's largest and most dynamic ecosystems. Giant kelp can grow at a startling speed. In favorable conditions, some species can lengthen more than 30 centimeters in a single day. Their flexible yet resistant stems are anchored to the rocky bottom by a root-like structure called a holdfast. From there, the stems extend upward, forming long leaves and small gas-filled bladders that allow them to float near the surface to capture sunlight. Although they resemble plants, kelps are actually large algae. However, they fulfill a function very similar to that of the trees in terrestrial forests. Through photosynthesis, they transform light into energy and produce vast amounts of oxygen for the environment. These underwater forests can reach up to 30 meters in height, creating complex three-dimensional structures beneath the water. Within these forests, life prospers. Hundreds of species of fish, invertebrates, and marine mammals find refuge and food among the kelp stems. Small fish hide among the leaves to avoid predators, while crustaceans cling to the algae in search of food. In the upper levels, larger fish and other marine animals swim among the green canopies as if moving through a submerged forest. One of the best-known inhabitants of kelp forests is the sea otter. These intelligent animals float on the water's surface, often lying on their backs among the algae. They wrap themselves in kelp stems to avoid being swept away by currents while they rest. Additionally, they play a crucial role in protecting these ecosystems by feeding on sea urchins. Sea urchins are animals that can destroy kelp forests if their population grows too large. Kelp forests also fulfill an important function for the climate and the ocean. They absorb large amounts of carbon dioxide through photosynthesis, helping to reduce greenhouse gases. Furthermore, they cushion the force of the waves and contribute to protecting coasts against erosion. However, these ecosystems also face threats. Changes in water temperature, pollution, and imbalances in the food chain can cause kelp forests to disappear. In some places, when sea otters decrease, urchins multiply rapidly and devour the algae, transforming the forest into a rocky and empty landscape. Still, in many regions of the cold ocean, these forests continue to grow. Sunlight pierces their green leaves, forming rays that recall light filtering through trees in a terrestrial forest. In the silence of the ocean, kelp forests remind us that beneath the sea there also exist ecosystems as complex and vibrant as those on land. On the remote shores of the Southern Ocean and the North Pacific, where powerful waves strike cold and rocky beaches, an impressive spectacle takes place every year. On distant and wild beaches, hundreds of massive animals gather, covering the coastline with their dark grey bodies. From afar, they look like enormous living rocks resting under a cold sky. These are elephant seals, some of the largest marine mammals on the planet. Adult males can exceed 6 meters in length and weigh up to 4 tons. Their thick bodies are covered by tough skin and a deep layer of fat that protects them from cold oceanic waters. Males are easily recognizable by their large hanging noses, resembling a small elephant's trunk, which give them their name. When they reach maturity, this structure inflates and amplifies their powerful roars. Although they appear clumsy when resting on the beach, elephant seals are extraordinary divers. When they leave the coast, they can travel thousands of kilometers in search of food. some individuals dive to over 1,500 meters deep and can remain underwater for more than an hour. In the dark, deep waters, they hunt fish, squid, and other marine animals. Their reproductive cycle is intense and competitive. During the breeding season, large males return to the coast first and fight to control territories. They lift the front part of their bodies and emit deep roars, and at times they clash violently to gain control of a group of females. When the females arrive on the coast, they give birth to a single pup after a gestation of nearly 1 year. The pups are born weighing close to 40 kilograms and soon learn to swim alongside their mother in the icy waters. In just a few weeks, they grow rapidly, nourished by their mother's fat-rich milk, before venturing into the ocean for the first time. Within the cold water marine ecosystem, elephant seals act as intermediate predators. They control populations of deep-sea fish and squid, although they can also become prey for larger predators like orcas or great white sharks. In the past, these giants were hunted almost to extinction for their body fat, used to produce oil. However, thanks to protection measures established in the 20th century, many populations have recovered remarkably. On a cold, windswept beach, an enormous elephant seal remains motionless while its chest rises slowly with each breath. Beyond the coast, the deep ocean waits. And when the breeding season ends, these giants return to the sea to spend most of their lives in the silent immensity of the deep. In the frozen waters of the Arctic Ocean, where enormous ice blocks cover the sea surface and winter light appears only for brief moments, one of the ocean's most mysterious creatures moves. Beneath the thick ice, elongated bodies slide silently like ghosts of the polar world. What makes them truly extraordinary is the long spiral tusk protruding from their head, like an ancient lance. This is the narwhal, often known as the unicorn of the sea. Narwhals measure between 4 and 5 meters in length and possess mottled grey skin. They belong to the group of toothed whales, close relatives of belugas, and spend most of their lives in the cold waters of the Arctic. Their most distinctive feature is the long tusk, which can reach up to 3 meters. In reality, it is a tooth that grows outward through the upper lip. In most cases, only males develop it fully. For centuries, this tusk aroused great curiosity. Recent research suggests that it functions as an extremely sensitive sensory organ. Its surface contains millions of nerve endings capable of detecting subtle changes in water temperature, salinity, and pressure. It is also believed that males use it for social interactions, touching their tusks together as a form of communication. Narwhals are extraordinary divers. they can descend to depths exceeding 1,000 meters in search of fish, squid, and crustaceans that inhabit the dark waters beneath the ice. Their bodies are adapted to withstand the pressure and lack of oxygen for long periods underwater. The life of narwhals is closely linked to the movement of sea ice. They migrate with the seasons in search of open areas between the ice blocks where they can feed and surface to breathe. They generally live in small groups, although during migrations they can gather in large pods. After a gestation of more than 14 months, the female gives birth to a single calf. The small narwhal is born at nearly 2 meters in length and soon learns to swim alongside its mother in the icy waters. In the Arctic ecosystem, narwhals occupy an important place as intermediate predators. However, they can also become prey for orcas and occasionally polar bears when they emerge to breathe among the ice. Today, the narwhal faces new challenges due to climate change. The rapid melting of Arctic ice is transforming its environment at an unprecedented speed. Additionally, increased maritime traffic and resource exploration in the Arctic could affect these sensitive creatures. Beneath the polar ocean ice, a narwhal slowly emerges through a small hole in the surface. Its long tusk reflects the faint light of the Arctic sun. In that frozen world, it looks like a creature out of a legend, reminding us that the ocean still holds secrets we have only begun to discover. Throughout this journey, we have explored many different worlds within the ocean. From the colorful coral reefs, where tiny creatures like nudibranchs and butterfly fish showcase the diversity of life, to the gigantic kelp forests swaying beneath cold waters, and the polar regions where narwhals glide silently under the ice. Each of these creatures, whether tiny or gargantuan, is part of a complex web of life. A web that has existed for millions of years on our planet. However, the ocean is changing today faster than at any moment in modern history. As global temperatures rise, coral reefs worldwide experience mass bleaching events. Many kelp forests are declining due to changes in marine temperatures, and Arctic ice is melting at an unprecedented rate. These transformations do not just affect individual species, but the entire structure of marine ecosystems. Marine pollution has become one of the greatest challenges of our time. Each year, millions of tons of plastic reach the ocean and fragment into tiny particles called microplastics. These particles have been found in fish, seabirds, and even in creatures inhabiting the ocean depths. These changes are often linked to industrial waste and chemical substances that accumulate in the marine food chain. In some regions of the world, scientists have also observed unusual changes in marine organisms. Some result from pollutants and radioactive waste from past industrial activities or nuclear accidents. Although many species continue to adapt and survive, these signs remind us that the ocean is not an infinite system capable of absorbing all human impacts. Despite everything, the ocean possesses an extraordinary capacity for recovery. In well-protected areas, coral reefs are beginning to regenerate, fish populations are recovering, and kelp forests are growing back beneath the cold waters. When human beings understand the importance of the ocean and apply effective conservation measures, many marine ecosystems can be restored. In the vast expanse of our blue planet, the ocean remains home to strange and wondrous creatures that we are only beginning to discover. And the future of this underwater world, as well as that of our own species, will depend on the decisions we make to protect and preserve the ocean in the coming decades. If you liked this journey through the mysteries of the ocean, don't forget to support this channel. Like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next documentaries on our planet's wildlife. Because nature still holds countless secrets, and together we can continue discovering them.